last?
I dealt with the last one. Lester, it's your turn.
You know,
This is
and
more your speed.
all of you,
Well, I'm just.
you know,
Go ahead.
you all know that this is the prophet. Just the way that from stories and books and literature that you've read of the Chaos Wars and the images that are inside of these texts, this is her for sure. She appears to be very tall and slender, of course much more aged, but you could tell by her distinct saurian gills that are sticking out the side of her head.
Greetings, Prophet. We've come to help you escape.
Yeah, she closes her eyes and she kind of breathes in. You can hear her breathe in from all the way back where you're at. Welcome, champions. You all have the bloodline. I can sense it. Please.
We brought your staff.
Come in. I sense my staff as well. I
I
knew
look over at Lester like,
that you would
fuck?
finally come. Please, come in. We have much to talk about. She doesn't seem
I
like
have
she's
one question.
doing anything threatening to you in any way. And what is your
I'll approach
question,
her.
Brother Saurian? Are you
Where do
ready
you
to
see
tread
the
the natural
Saurian-
path?
Where do you see the Saurian people in your world? In your vision, where do you see the Saurian people?
As you know, my friend, the Saurians are the master race. We dominated the world once before, and we will dominate it again, but in a peaceful way, with no technology, only natural magics. Are you
So down
ready
for
to
you then,
take
Lester.
the natural path with me?
What does it entail taking the natural path? What do I have to do? Is there some kind of a baptism in magic?
Well, first we have to correct the wrongs that have been made the past couple of 100 years.
I'll take a selfie, Dave, while I'm with my device.
Sure.
Selfie.
What is a
This is me, the
selfie?
prophet.
As it goes out to the
What was-
blogosphere.
That's right. What were some of the what were the wrongs that have occurred? Are you talking about the wrongs of technology or the wrongs of keeping the Sauron down by the man?
All that you have just spoken is my Saurian brother. Technology has caused all of this. Do you not see it?
So Dave,
Technology
as
has
I'm
caused me to stay entombed in this horrible place. Technology
So I'm
is what
gonna-
cost me the Chaos Wars.
Yes, you lost. So Dave, I'm going to start walking towards her, but I want to assess the areas around her, right? So the things I'm specifically looking for is I'm looking for, weapons that may be near her, or
Nothing.
maybe
Plain
other
Jane.
creatures that are in the darkness. It's
Pillars,
just her sitting around in
these
this place.
these two humanoids that are kind of around her, several lamps around her, several sconces from the wall have this white type of greenish blue light that is basically illuminating this chamber.
And where are the humanoids? They're on either
They're
side
just,
of her up front, right near
about
them, or?
probably a couple yards closer, and between you and her, but they're basically flanked off to the sides.
And I want to know what those humanoids are carrying. Are they have any kind of weapons, or do they
Nothing.
want to assess their strength?
Their hands are inside of their robes, sort of like a
All right.
like as a priest
monk.
would do. Yeah, a priest or a monk. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, excellent. So I'm going to continue talking to her, and I'm slowly moving up. So you've been trapped here for 200 years. What what have you been doing in all of that time?
Waiting for my prized possession to come back to me. And she
And I'm
looks
gonna motion
she
motion.
looks
I'm gonna.
at Glitter.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. She just looks at Glitter.
Snap.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
you mean this prize possession?
Oh, damn.
I kind of flip it around a few times and then plant it down firmly in front of me, making sure that both of my hands are on it.
You should key it.
And I just kind of wink at her. Gee, I thought this was my prized possession.
Oh, but it is surely not. It has been my staff for many of years. You are just taking care of it for me for now. Since
Yeah, you're
I've
just
been
holding it for me.
locked away in this place. So, my senses tell me that you do not wish to join me in my crusade once again? Because it will happen, my friends.
No, I
It
haven't
will
said that
happen.
exactly. I haven't said that. And Dave, I'm gonna engage my power glove. By the way,
She kind of tilts
just
her
get
head a
the
little
glow
bit.
going.
Yeah, she kind of tilts her head a little bit and looks at you.
And I'll kind of exude some of my magical energies. You know, maybe do some kind of a magical dance, because I'm both technology and arcane. So I wanted to kind of show her, Prophet, I agree with a lot of the things that you have to say, but I believe that we can live with both technology and magic.
That
Why do you
is
believe that it
blasphemous.
can't? Why do you believe that it can't be done? It's been happening for the last 250 years.
It does not happen.
What is it that... I'll motion with my hand, by the
That
way.
cannot
to,
happen.
No, it cannot. It's happening.
Remember, she's been locked up, so...
Oh, she has been locked up. She's looking pretty hot, too, Dave, the way that she's all sprawled out on that couch.
Jesus.
Man, I feel like it's egg time.
Big time.
Can you leave me and the prophet alone here for a little bit, guys? Give me about 30 seconds, can you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I think it's time to spawn. Or
Come
whatever
close
it
to
is.
me, little gnome. Bring me my staff.
I'll bring you your staff, alright.
Let me embrace it once again, and we together will reignite the Chaos Wars
I look
and
over
drive
at Thomas.
technology from our world.
I look over at Thomas, who's been conspicuously quiet.
Better be sneaking up on her, Thomas. He logged out 2 hours ago.
Did he?
I don't know.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I've just been eyeing her up, keeping
Oh,
my
yeah.
hand on my weapon just in case.
I'm not entirely trusting of Lester at this point.
Well, he's
Agreed.
not the only one with his hand on his weapon, if you know what I mean.
My voice used to put fire in whole armies. Soldiers screamed my name as they killed and as they died
already-
for me. Now!
And I feel
You
hot
scoff at my
and
words like I am
wanna
some
scream
feeble grandmother to you? Well,
Are you not?
if you won't hear me, perhaps you will listen to those a little closer to you. And as she says that, she kind of waves her hand to the figure standing in front of her. And all of a sudden, a third figure steps out
No!
from one of the other figures. Sort of as like a just multiplied. And these three figures, now in a straight line, walking towards you down on the carpet in the middle of these two columns of pillars. And these three figures get about 10 or 15 feet away from you. And these figures pull the cowls or the robes, the hoods down. And you recognize these all as your parents.
I mean, all of
And-
our parents?
Yeah, yep, yep. It's everyone's mother, correct. And your mothers are now starting to, try to talk sense to you. And I mean, it looks
Mommy!
exactly like your mother. I mean, Thomas, your mother is saying, "Come to me." And she's got her hands outstretched. "Come with me. We need to talk. We need
I disbelieve,
we need to help
Dave.
the prophet." Lester, your mother as
disbelieve.
well. She says the same thing. Glitter, your mother as well.
I think it's a trick. How do I disbelieve, Dave?
Headshot.
Headshot.
Roll
It's
initiative.
Thomas's answer
Thomas,
for everything.
Thomas fires his weapon. Roll initiative, please.
Holy smokes.
That's alright, it's just the prophet.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I shall initiate.
I love it. I shoot.
14
Ooh.
for Lester.
Very nice. Yeah, you guys all right? All right,
Yeah,
so
14
we
as
will
well.
do this. We will do this all theater of mind. Now you all have your parents, your mother in front of you, and the prophet is still sitting on her couch, same position, not moving. Lester, you've got first initiative as the robed figures, and Thomas lowers his weapon to shoot and pulls the trigger. All this is happening at the same time. So, as Thomas is firing, what are you doing, Lester?
I think what I would like to do, Dave, is I'd like to, jump past my mother, and I would like to go right for the prophet.
You're about
And-
25. I would say you're probably about. I'd say relative in yards. I'd say you're probably about 12 yards away from the prophet.
12 yards. Okay, so then maybe the smarter thing for me to do is I'm going to ready my last blast vial. This is my last one.
Okay.
So I'm going to ready with my first action, and then I'm going to throw this past my mother, because, I don't want to blast my mother. And
Of
I want
course not.
it to land right on I want to shoot it and throw it right at the guy, at the prophet.
At the prophet. Okay. Go ahead and
Uh-huh.
do your target number 11 grenade roll.
Take this, prophet!
Boom.
Haha,
Successful.
You're
Precision.
And,
Precision lob. Very nice. Precision lob. So what kind
Alright,
of
so let me look at my
blast vial
stunt.
again? Okay.
blast vial. So I'm going to look. I got 5 stunt points. Damn. Lethal blow, you inflict an extra 2d6 damage.
Correct.
So I'm going to
Mhm.
go for that. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my regular damage.
Sure.
And then I get to do an extra 2d6. Whoa, snap! So altogether,
Very nice.
18 damage with that explosion.
Very nice. Yeah, the blast vial goes off right in front of her, and as this explodes, all of the lights and all of the illumination intensify, fivefold. So now this dimly lit chamber is a very brightly lit chamber, and your blast vial looks like it caused her damage because she's kind of sitting there with her head back, and you can see that she has a very large wound on her chest that has opened up and ripped her clothing and whatnot. And she's kind of arms laid back, and she's kind of leaning in the sofa, and she's just kind of gurgling there and coughing. So Thomas, what are you doing? Where are you shooting? At the
I'm
figure in
shooting
front
my
of you?
bitch's Mother.
Okay, well.
He's going to go after his mom.
You
No.
hit. You hit with your rifle blast. It goes directly through your mother. Poof. The image explodes into a shadowy sort of like cloud that just fizzles out after a couple of seconds. You can take movement if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll move a bit closer to the prophet. Keep my
Okay.
gun trained on her.
You're about 12 or so yards away. All right. It is up to the prophet. The prophet, she says, she starts to and she's, coughing blood up. Come closer. I have something to tell you. And she kind of pulls up her mangled hand. You can see a couple of her fingers kind of hanging over, just hanging on to a thread of flesh. And she's taking her one good finger and she's kind of waving it towards everyone. Come closer.
I'm not going anywhere near that crazy bitch. No matter how dust busted up she looks.
Okay. So, Glitter, what say you?
Well,
Are you at the beach, Glitter? What happened? I heard some birds.
Right?
that's my, it's my thing. You know what's so funny? It's out of character, real quick. From the very beginning, one of Glitter's goals was to raise the prophet.
No, you meant raise profit.
Yeah. Well, if you look at her profile, it says in there that she wants to one day bring the prophet back. So it's very
And you have your
interesting.
chance.
My chance, but the prophet's not looking so good, Dave. The prophet's not looking. I don't think the prophet's gonna have my back.
Maybe you want to be the prophet. Maybe, something like that. Maybe you
Well,
want to.
Man's
maybe,
prophet.
possibly so. Maybe it's time to raise the gnomish empire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
So I casually,
Come closer, my darling. Come closer.
I walk up to her, not like not within touching distance, but and then I whisper something to her.
Okay, you can send me a
And
message if you want.
Wait.
If you want to.
I was
send me a message. So you're kind of bending over and whispering something in the prophet's ear. Then
Did it go through?
I did not get it. No.
Okay.
I mean,
Fuck
I
it
got
then.
it.
Just send it. Ping me on
No, you
TeamSpeak
didn't.
then. Just ping me on TeamSpeak.
Alright. No, it's okay. I just lean over to her and I say, "But I have been looking for you for quite some time, but you're not looking so good right now. And I don't like to. And I don't like to. I like to hedge my bets, there, Prophet. So, my original goal was to see possibly see the rebirth of the Saurian Empire, but as well as for my own people. For I'm tired of gnomes being second-class citizens,
She said,
and
"You
I hate
can,
technology.
darling. You can,
I hate
darling."
technology.
And she kind of takes her bloody nub of a hand and come closer. And she whispers something in your ear. And that's what she whispers to you. As she's kind of like coughing blood up. You know she's definitely on her way out, that's for sure.
I nod in agreement with her, and I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. So
Are you gonna team up against me?
So what do you do, Glitter? As the prophet whispers in your ear and you kind of converse a little bit with her.
So I looked at her and I said, "What do you want me to do exactly?"
Strike me down.
All right, that's what I
And
do. I
All
strike
of
her
you
down.
can hear that. Okay. Roll an attack roll, and you can add +4 as well. Watch her miss. She's only got a defensive 10 sitting down. So.
I don't usually roll attack rolls. So
Just
let me
do
see if I have one.
3d4 plus your strength. 3d6 plus your strength. Plus
Yeah, I
4.
just do a strength roll then.
Okay, then just
I don't
add
have
4.
strength. So.
Okay, you strike her. You strike her in the head. And as you strike her in the head, a sort of like a small explosion happens. You fly back, and when you land and kind of get your bearings, and this happens to everyone, sort of like a concussion blast happens, and the wave of energy knocks everyone off of their feet. And as you come to, the staff is not in your hands, Glitter. And you've been knocked back right between the two, these robed figures, as these robed figures kind of look at you, and they no problem, thanks, man. They look at you, and they say, "Your ancestors were smarter. They knew if I died that I would be reborn. That was why I was locked here." And then you hear a laughing, "Ha ha 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 ha! We will meet again, fools." And as that happens, the shadow kind of whisk around the entire area of this whole chamber, and a snap happens, and the shadow disappears. And you are now in an empty chamber with nothing in it, no staff, just with your personal belongings that you have, because the staff is nowhere around you. And this room has just changed into something that is just a plain empty room. And you hear the laughing once again. "We will meet again, fools." And that's where we're going to end the adventure.
Oh, I'm gonna get that bitch. I was trying to, just so that the comrades know, it's like, I was just trying to get to take care of the bitch so we can move on.
That's awesome.
If only she would side with me with technology, I would have gone against the entire group.
So there we have an open-ended game, and we can come back to it. So now the fight's
boss
on.
has some explaining to do.
But we'll
be
continue
interesting.
this.
Told us to kill her.
Exactly.
And she just said that our quote-unquote ancestors knew that she would just be reborn if we killed her. If Voss was around at that time, which it sounds like he was,
Oh yeah.
why did he tell us to kill her?
Dun
Knowing,
dun
potentially knowing that was
dun.
going to happen.
Exactly.
There you go. There's some shady shit going on.
Dun dun dun.
I can definitely tell you this. Next time Thomas sees Voss, he's dropping any honorifics with that guy and demanding answers.
I'm not gonna call him Mister. That's gonna really teach Boss a lesson.
I love it. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We did
hope
it,
you
Dave.
enjoyed the cliffhanger,
Yeah.
and we will probably continue this down the line at some point.